guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to Rant Time. Yes, Rant Time. We're changing the title from Rant of the Week because I usually don't do these per week. I want to do them, when the option comes up, when I really have to fucking rant about... Gotta use the meds the doctor gave me. Anyways, moving on. So, what am I anal about today? Well, broken fucking games. That's what I'm anal about. Broken fucking games. God, I can't even fucking say fuck anymore. God. Okay, so let me just set the stage for you. Okay, let me role play it out for you. So one fucking night, it's fucking holidays, Boxing Day and all that shit. Like, woo. Okay, so I'm going out and like, maybe I might treat myself to a holiday present. You know what? I'll buy a game for the PS4 because I fucking bought this shit and I want to get some games for it. So, I get in my car, I start the car, put it in reverse, get out of the parking spot, drive, go to the fucking Walmart, right? Walmart has some games there for PS4 and the Xbox One and 360 and the Wii and the Wii U and whatever, and PS4, PS3. So, I tell the guy at Walmart, I'm like, yo, I want Battlefield 4. Okay, and I already have Battlefield 4, but I get it on the next-gen systems because I want to see how it is, and because I got family that also plays on the next-gen system, so I kinda, maybe want to play with them. And I got friends who have it on the PS4. Not all of my friends love the PC side of things, they like consoles, so, I get it for them. So, I'm like, get me Battlefield 4, and the guy's like, oh, what you want it for? And I'm like, PS4. Okay, so he goes out, gets it for PS4, comes back. Alright, so, he's like, oh, you'll be paying for that, and I'll be like, credit, and I'll be like, Visa, and I'm like, no, MasterCard, motherfucker. Alright, stare and everything. So, he swipes I swipe my card, and then I enter my, pins and all that shit. And then he's like, oh, it's been cleared, you can take your game now. And then he gives me a receipt and a fucking, like, bag and shit, so I get it. So, I drive home. That's the same night I actually picked up Sonic 06, by the way. Alright, brilliant. Fuck, no, it's not. No, I'll actually get into that in a little bit. So, I drive home. Whatever. So I got my fucking copy of Battlefield 4. Alright, so, fucking, take a shower, fucking do all my shit. And then, I put my game in and play it. And you know what? It updates. Alright, so, I'm like, whatever, fine. Update for me. Okay? So, I play the game online for a bit. And it works. So, I'm kind of having fun. So, last night, by the way, Happy New Year's again. I know my voice sounds a little crappy, but, sorry for just not saying that in the beginning. Happy New Year's. Okay, what a great fucking start, too. So, on this day, actually, the day of recording and uploading this video, I cannot play online. I tried 44 servers in this server browser, and not one of those servers motherfucking worked. Okay? So, I don't know whose fault it is. Is it EA's fault? Because, is it fucking Sony's fault? Or is it the PS4's fault? Or, what is it? Okay, maybe the gaming, fucking fairy didn't want me to play Battlefield 4 that day. So it doesn't work, alright? And you know what pisses me off? You go out and you buy a game for $60, and $60 is a lot of money. So, whatever, you go out and buy the game, and it doesn't fucking work. Why? What age do... Oh, sorry, that was a text message. I'll go read that in a bit. Well, what day and age do we live in where $60 doesn't get us the whole game? And the problem is, too, is that there's a lot of gamers out there who are like, oh, but, DICE and EA, they work really hard on your game, so, we gotta give them slack. No. Let me tell you something. I work, okay? If my clients were to come up to me and ask me to do a project, and I did a project in a very half-assed manner, to the point where it was barely up to their standards, would you come to me again if you were the client, or would you go to the other person who does the same job but better? Okay, I mean, we charge the same, but I do a shitty job, he does a better job. Okay, there you go. Would you fucking come to me? No, you wouldn't. Okay? Why the hell do we give game developers that kind of slack? Okay, look, this is their job. You know what I mean? This is your job. This is what you do to put food, bread, butter, well, I know that's part of food, and orange juice and all that shit on your table, okay? So if you want to get paid, do a good job. Don't rush the game, and I know it's not DICE's fault, okay? DICE has already been, completely... Sorry, I got a phone call. you know, from someone. But anyways, I'm back, and you know, I was talking about how poor DICE, you know, and here's the thing, I understand, okay, DICE, they got their own stuff, and I'm not blaming EA either, you know, EA is a company, they gotta make money one way or another, but to sell a game like this, that isn't completed, and it's not completed, I know that for a fact, okay, like, when you put this game in, even in the single player it crashes, and it has so many fucking issues, that it just doesn't work. PC, it's fine all the way, but on PS4 it doesn't, and it's, oh, I got another text message. But the thing is, game development, and this doesn't go for EA either, this goes for everyone else. I played fucking Sonic 06, okay? Sonic 06 came out a long time ago. To this day, it doesn't have a patch, at least on the Xbox 360 as far as I know. I don't know how it works on the PS3, but even on the 360, it's not working, okay? You go through walls, the game glitches up, fucking frame rate issues arise, okay? Like, it's not a completed game. You know what I mean? It doesn't fucking work, okay? And the thing is, to release, I mean, I've reached a point in Sonic where I have to do the whole game over again. I need to buy a move, which was in the older, you know, city area. Now I can't get it. So already that game has been ruined entirely. And this goes for any other fucking game I want to go play too. What are they gonna, like, I bought a game for my phone, okay? I bought a game. It never started up. I'm not gonna say what it is, it never started up. After 3 patches, it finally worked. 3 patches. So, you know, you reached a point where you buy a game and it doesn't even work on anyone's device, not just on my phone, but on anyone's phone. So, what day and age do we live in where we pay $60? Because even if you pay $10, $15 for something, it has to work. We don't live in an age where games, you know, the thing is, so many people feel that we're getting some big promise. No, we're not. No, we're not. We shouldn't be kissing ass. We're the consumer, you know what I mean? It's like going to a theater and watching a movie. You know what I mean? You're paying for the movie, you should get the whole movie in return. You're not being graced by the movie, you know, by the movie publishers or anyone to see the movie. You know what I mean? You're paying to watch the movie. You do the same thing with video games too. It's like if I bought a Blu-ray, you know, copy of a movie, and like 30 minutes of the movie was gone. Okay, it was a corrupted movie. It was corrupted and every disc was like that. The movie, you know, publishers would be like, you know, we'll send you an update to your Blu-ray and we'll send you the 30, you know, minutes of footage so, you know, when you put the disc in, it'll, you know, realign itself. And we'll do that later, okay? It shouldn't be like that. You paid for the disc, because what scares me is with the new gen of gaming, patches are going to become so prevalent, okay? There's going to be issues day one, because now everything's just getting rushed. So and I understand it's the first wave of games for the new systems, I get it, but this stuff's been happening on the PC, it's even been happening on the 360 and PS3, so don't give me the whole it's the first wave. And it's been happening every year. But what really, really, really scares me is the fact that we were also scared of the online-only model. Now, that model may not affect me, but it does affect people in real life. Trust me, there's people in the military, there's people living rurally that are affected by poor internet. It's not even internet too. They may not even have the bandwidth or the connection capabilities to log into something like Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or the Nintendo Network. They may not have that option, or Steam or whatever. So when those people buy a disc, you know what I mean, and they put it into their new gen systems, who's to say that if they reach a game-breaking bug that doesn't fucking want to work, okay, because the PS4 and 1 could be crashing on them, just like the PS4 crashes on me when I played a game, Battlefield 4 again to be exact, who's to say, what are they going to do? They're not going to have the internet to go download a patch manually through their PS4 or go to a stick. Some people are like, they can go to a library. Maybe they can't. What's going to happen to them? Why do we deal with broken shit? People, take a stand, alright? You know what, from nowadays, I'm dead serious. I boycotted EA before once because of microtransactions, and I'm gonna boycott them somewhat again because of this bullshit, okay? Now, not every EA game does this, okay? There's EA games that actually work fine. Need for Speed Rivals worked great, okay? To this day, from the release date to today, I've had no problems with autolog or anything. Only with Battlefield 4 have I had issues. Now, this could be a DICE issue, this could be an EA issue, I don't know, but whoever's issue it is, it needs to be fixed, and it needed to be fixed before launch. You know, a lot of people are like, but it's going online, expect server issues. I don't expect server issues. You know why? Because when a company releases a beta copy, that beta copy is used to test the strength of their servers. Now, does it test to full capacity? No. but it gives the developers a very good idea of what they're going to get day one. And if they don't proportion themselves to that, then that means they were not prepared, they did not take it seriously, and the online was broken day one. And I don't care what it is, you can play the single player until the online is fixed. I expect everything on that game to work when I pay $60, okay? I am enraged, and I want this shit to work, and I don't want it to happen again. Because what's going to happen when we reach fucking another big shooter or another big, you know, RPG something coming out with online capabilities? Or fuck online. What if it has single player? What if, God forbid, I buy the next, you know, Final Fantasy or something like that, or any game, you know, or Metal Gear, and I don't expect that to happen. Those games have always had high production values, in my opinion. I don't expect any of that to happen. But let's say worst case scenario, I buy a pure single player game. I want to play it, and it keeps crashing in the single player, and I need a patch to do it. I've already had that happen to me with Arkham Origins. I can't get past a certain point without a patch, and it ended up coming out so late that I just never finished the game. I lost complete interest. I went from playing the game for hours on end to just not playing anymore because of a game-breaking bug. Will I go back to play it? I don't know. But that's really all I gotta say. Stop supporting unplayable, broken piece of shit, because there's a lot of developers that give a flying fuck about you and your gaming, okay? Because they want to make money, they want to fucking be on the top dog. Support them, okay? Support developers that actually give two shits. Don't support developers that just half-ass release the game, okay? They don't do that with everything, but when it's a major thing like Battlefield, or if it's something like, you know, Assassin's Creed or COD, or a big franchise for you, you know what I mean? If it's something like Final Fantasy, and it keeps on glitching, that means you are fucking up royally. Don't, okay? Alright, don't. Because you end up pissing me off. So, end up giving a fuck about the consumer. And you know what? Stop giving a shit about profits, you know what I mean? That's all I really gotta say, you know? Tell me your worst experience with a fucking broken game. I'd love to hear it. It can be from anything. It can be from fucking good old days, you know? But yeah, I needed to vent, rant, do whatever, because I can't deal with broken experiences. So if you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. By the way, the game you're looking at on the screen is the ever amazing Kane and Lynch 2. I know it's a very short single player, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's a very gritty game, but, you know, definitely give it a shot. Give it a rental. I bought it for like 20 bucks, so it was worth it for 20 bucks. Me and my brother had a hell of a time on a co-op on this, and not only that, it has what you're seeing on the screen is the offline Fragile Alliance mode. It's really sweet. It's like a port mode that just keeps on building up with harder cops, and they screw you over to your teammates. But yeah, that's really it. So that's the game on the screen. If you're ever wondering, I'll key it in the beginning, you know, and I'll put it in the description. I'll even mention it at the end. So yeah, this is me, Mudahar, and I am out.